Hi, gorgeous souls. This video is a bit more spontaneous. Some things have been coming up around inner child work, inner child healing after I made my last video. And I just felt like sharing my musings of the mind here and going deeper into that theme. So, in a lot of healing work, you'll hear talking about inner child or the child archetype. And we all carry this child archetype in us. But what does it mean exactly? When we are born, we are completely connected to our essence. And bit by bit, while life progresses, we forget that we are whole. We do not break. We do not lose parts of ourselves. Ourself is always here. We just forget that we are whole. And this, for me, is what inner child work is all about. To remember the essence that you are. It's, and the inner child, it's so pure and innocent. Just look at children around you and the wonderment that they have for the world. The way they look at everybody with complete trust and complete love. And the way they can completely surrender to loving unconditionally. Children love so purely, and that is who we are in essence, and that is what we're wanting to come back to. Only during life we come into these stories, into these conditionings that place a layer around this essence, this child essence that we are. I always like the difference, or just to distinguish between the words childish and childlike. Childish is when we as a grown-up act from that hurts the wounded child. When that is coming up and we stop taking responsibility for our own emotions, that is childish. However, childlike, that is being in that state of wonderment, in that state of connection, in that essence. And that, to me, is one of the most magical states to thrive or to strive for. So as a parent, as a mother, it very much feels like this is my role right now. It's got two parts. One is healing myself and remembering my wholeness, remembering my essence, and healing the parts, the conditioning, and the stories that came around my essence that hid it from view. And just keep on going with that self-inquiry, with the self-healing. Who is this person talking from this fear? Who is this person talking from that pain? Is that really me? And the deeper I dive into that, the more I realize that no, it isn't me. It is stories that I have been told, projections from others that I have started to identify with over the course of life. It is not who I am, and it's not true. And the deeper I go through that, the more those layers start to shift, and the more the light and the essence, the childlike essence that is me and that is you, is starting to shine out again, is starting to show its beautiful face, its beautiful, brave face. Because if anything, children are courageous. They dare to feel, they dare to try, they dare to learn. Just open to everything. And that openness is the second part of my task as a parent. So the first part is healing myself and polishing away the conditioning that has been placed around my beautiful essence, which is the connection to all. The second part is creating a space of unconditional love where my child does not need to forget his connection, that he doesn't need to forget that he is whole, that he is nature, that he is divine, that he has all the answers in himself, that he is connected to life. And to me, it feels like the space to do that in is, the words have come up before. It is unconditional love. It is being with him, not from a perspective of raising him, not from a perspective of wanting him to be something growing up. He doesn't need to grow up. He is perfect as he is, and he will develop as he is. So my task here is to give him space to do that and set loving boundaries and hand him the tools that he needs to survive in this human society that we have, while unconditionally loving the hell out of him so that he never has to create stories of safety around himself that dim his light. And while he does that, I can connect deeper to my inner light as well. So yeah, inner child work, inner child healing. Might as well call it inner essence healing, because that is what it is. It's going back to source. It's going back to what you were as a child. And as a child, you were connection. Connection to life. So this is my job every day. To feel the wonderment. To embrace change, embrace learning. To embrace love. To embrace life. To play with it. To really feel it all and express it all. And to just cuddle and hold each other as much as we feel like it. And just let him know that he is safe to be connected, that he is safe to feel, and that he knows everything that he needs to know here. And the rest will flow, and the rest will come. So yeah, that came up for me this beautiful evening. And I just had to do a more spontaneous sharing on that subject with you. Wishing you all a good night, or good day if you see this during the day. And wishing you a lot of playfulness and a lot of wonderment. And yeah, just love yourself. Love yourself back to wholeness, because wholeness is what you are. Wholeness is what you have always been. Love is what you are, and love is what you have always been. Connection is what you are and have always been. And if you cannot find the love for yourself, know that I am here, unconditionally loving the hell out of you too. Good night.